Once upon a headline, Mark M's proposed to Bella Thorne with a 10+ carat emerald cut diamond. That was May 2023, after they met at Cara Delevingne's Ibiza birthday a year earlier. She told Vogue she wanted a countryside wedding in the UK, 4 gowns, high romance, the whole fantasy. The internet applauded. It felt like a new era after her 2022 split from Benjamin Mascolo. Fast forward to August 2025, and Bella flips the script. She gets down on one knee and proposes back to Mark. Candles, flowers, heart balloons, and a caption ticking off their timeline. 3 years ago, we met. 1 year later, he proposed. Now, 1 year later, so did I. Romantic? To a lot of fans, yes. To the rest, a culture war Rorschach test. Comment sections split hard, some cheering equality, others sneering that proposals are for men. Bella shrugs at the backlash. I made my own decision, and keeps it moving. The debate wasn't really about one couple. It was about tradition versus autonomy, and it turned a private gesture into a viral referendum on who gets to write the rules of love. If you've followed Bella's career, this checks out. She's been breaking molds since Disney, from Shake It Up fame into indies, thrillers, and boundary-pushing creative stunts. She's always treated what a star should do like a dare. But the two proposals saga has a special electricity because it collides with a fresh memory. Bella is also the woman who once took over an adult content platform in 24 hours and forced an entire industry to argue about power, price, and who gets paid. So when she re-enters the bridal chat with a non-traditional second proposal, skeptics don't see romance, they see a pattern. Bella identifies the rule and then breaks it loudly enough to own the narrative. Here's the drama math. Proposal number 1, 2023, fit the classic storybook arc. Yes to a grand ring, couture dreams, Europe chic plans. Proposal number 2, 2025, is Bella as agent, not passenger. She mirrors the moment back at Mark, says, "We both choose each other," and detonates an algorithm that adores gendered controversy. Publications write think pieces, fans brawl in threads, her name trends again. Importantly, she doesn't apologize for it. She calls the decision hers and refuses to concede the stage to strangers with etiquette manuals. In 2025, that defiance is jet fuel. But there's a deeper beat that makes this O into O. The reverse proposal lands on the anniversary of his proposal and on the 3rd anniversary of their meeting, turning their relationship into a time-coded ritual, a couple re-proposing to each other like a vow renewal before the vows, an intimate contract signed twice. Cynics call it performative. Fans call it romantic as hell. Bella calls it hers. Whatever you call it, it's sticky content, and sticky content is power. That's why the moment exploded. Not because a woman proposed, women propose every day, but because Bella Thorne proposed, and everything she does gets graded against her most infamous "I set the internet on fire" chapter. If you remember the $1 million day, we'll get there, you know Bella's brand is bigger than any ring. It's agency, audacity, and a refusal to be told how to be a fiancé, a star, or a business. The second proposal wasn't a plot hole, it was a sequel. And like any good sequel, it called back to the original, raised the stakes, and dared the audience to pick a side. To understand why Bella's reverse proposal hit like a grenade, you have to rewind to August 2020. She joins OnlyFans and reportedly makes $1 million in 24 hours, $2 million in less than a week. Overnight, the story morphs from celebrity tries subscription platform to celebrity just rewrote the record book. Then comes the $200 pay-per-view message marketed as nude, which buyers and outlets later said wasn't nude. Refund requests surge. Sex workers who built the platform accuse her of warping the economy of the site in a single week. Bella apologizes, and the discourse, who gets to monetize intimacy and at what price, goes supernova. Within days, OnlyFans changes payment limits, caps on PPV pricing and tips, plus slower payouts in some countries. The company tells The Verge the changes are not because of any single user. Meanwhile, creators insist Bella's stunt lit the fuse. Her $200 upsell and the chargeback storm forced a platform-wide clamp that hurt working performers. Two realities, one fallout. A corporate denial of blame alongside lived experience anger from the people whose incomes were hit. Bella, for her part, says she wanted to destigmatize sex work and meet with OnlyFans to fix things, while filmmaker Sean Baker publicly denies the claim that her account was research for their project. Cue more backlash, cue more apology, cue the legend of the $1 million twist that a single celebrity could bend a platform's economics, even if the platform says otherwise. Now place that history next to August 2025. The same woman who detonated an online economy with a paywall is now detonating a gender ritual with a ring. It's the same pressure point, where money, control, and public rules collide. The OF Week proved Bella can sell curiosity at scale. The reverse proposal proves she can sell agency and make you argue about it. That doesn't mean every move is calculated cynically. It means she knows what happens when she touches a live wire. And when Bella touches a live wire, the system blinks. If you're wondering whether the OF controversy ever really ended, it didn't. It became canon. Fans remember the $1 million per 24 hours figure as both flex and red flag. Critics cite the $200 PPV fiasco as trust erosion. Sex workers cite the caps and delays as material harm. OnlyFans cites policy safety and insists it wasn't about her alone. Bella cites intent and says, sorry. The rubble remains, which is why 5 years later, when she reverses a proposal, the audience hears an echo. Is this love or leverage, romance or rebrand? If you feel whiplash, that's the brand. Velocity as strategy. And look, the with receipts part matters. The dates exist, the quotes exist, the policy pages and interviews exist. You don't have to like Bella's methods to admit they work. She puts herself at the center of the question and then refuses to move. In 2020, the question was, who owns the paywall? In 2025, the question is, who owns the proposal? In both, she answers the same way, I do. That's the twist, and that's why some people will never forgive her and others will never stop watching. Before the $1 million headline and before the second ring, Bella Thorne was already a working actress. She wasn't a cameo celebrity, she was Cece Jones on Disney's Shake It Up, 2010 to 2013, then leads and supporting roles in films from The Duff to the Babysitter series, plus Freeform's Famous in Love. She directed the adult short Her and Him in 2019 and kept zigzagging, PG to R, TV to indie, pop singles to producing. The through line wasn't genre, it was agency. Whatever box you tried to place her in, she climbed out. That energy fed straight into 2025's thriller St. Clair, a serial killer revenge story with Bella as a morally thorny lead. Critics were split. Some praised her charisma, others slammed the film's tone. But the point isn't whether reviewers handed out stars. It's that Bella refused to fade into OnlyFans girl and instead anchored a feature release in US theaters and digital, with her name above the title and a wave of discourse to surf. She poured chaos into craft. If you want to understand why people buy tickets and watch the comments burn, this is it. Bella makes you pick a lens. Are you watching a serious actress, a controversy machine, or both at once? Now stitch her romantic timeline back in. There's the 2021 to 2022 engagement to Benjamin Mascolo, which ended publicly, cleanly, and with schedules blamed. There's the 2023 engagement to Mark M's Emerald Cut Dazzler, plans for 4 dresses, Manor House Dreams. And then there's the 2025 reverse proposal, where she dares the culture to be as flexible as she is. If your brand is control, why would you leave the proposal, the symbolic origin of a marriage, entirely in someone else's hands? For Bella, the choice to propose back wasn't redundancy, it was symmetry. Is it controversial? Of course, but controversy has always been fuel for Bella's engine. The OnlyFans blowback bruised her reputation with creators and split her fandom. She apologized. The platform capped prices and slowed payouts in some places while insisting it wasn't about her. And the internet filed the case under forever debatable. That's the chaos dividend. Some doors close, others open, and your name never leaves the feed. When she resurfaced with St. Clair, and then the reverse proposal, the story didn't reset. It recombined. A woman who once monetized a paywall just remonetized a ritual. And whether you call that empowering or manipulative, you watched. You are still watching. Here's the part people miss. Bella's moves aren't random, they rhyme. Disney's choreography taught her timing. Indie films taught her risk. OnlyFans taught her the price of attention. 2025 taught her how to own a conversation that wants to own her. If the culture expects women to be proposed to, she proposes. If the industry expects women to apologize forever, she apologizes once and gets back to work. If critics expect a retreat, she releases a movie and then dares you to decide whether the performance is real enough to outlive the scandal. So what's left after 2 proposals, one $1 million week, and a decade living at the edge of too much? The same answer as always. The next move. Maybe that's a UK countryside ceremony in couture. Maybe it's another film that uses the audience's split feelings as texture. Maybe it's neither, and she'll do something no one storyboarded. The only safe bet is that Bella Thorne will reach for the live wire again with steady hands. Because whether it's a paywall or a proposal, the word she keeps claiming, loudly, messily, controversially, is the same one you say at the altar, I do.